Welcome, good morning. This is Varnish Vedit. When we communicate, when we talk, or we express ourselves, there are two things which happen. There are two aspects which are involved. The first is what to say, and the second is how to say. As far as what to say is concerned, that is associated with the ideas and thoughts and words. But as far as how to say is concerned, there are two areas. First is pronunciation, and the second, most important, is grammar. Yes, my today's lecture is to make you understand the importance of grammar and then to help you with the help of certain books I would like to recommend you that you must read if you want to polish or brush up or further replenish your grammar. Grammatical aspect of the language cannot be ignored, and grammar cannot be learned overnight. And one more thing, if anybody has not gone to a school or has never attended any school or has never attended rather school seriously, can go for a translation method, means can seek the help of a book where there is a translation of Hindi to English or Punjabi to English or any vernacular to English. It can be helpful to some extent, but if you are knowing a basic idea of English but you want to just polish it, then I recommend a book which should be English to English. Never seek the assistance of any book which has translation method, because this translation method actually becomes a barrier. When you learn English through Hindi, it will take years together to speak in English or use English in a proper manner. This I have understood and realized during my teaching experience for the last 20 years. I have been studying in school for 12 years and I have never ever uttered even a single word of English, believe me. For the first 18 or 19 years, I never spoke even a single yes or no. But I knew English. I studied in a Hindi medium school, so my medium of communication was Hindi. So I learned Hindi as well English together, and English I learned in Hindi. So it took me next 6 years to understand how to learn it in a proper manner, especially the grammar. So grammar should be studied in a book, from a book which is English to English, or a teacher who is teaching you should also speak more in English and less in Hindi when teaching you grammar. Because when you're learning grammar in Hindi, a barrier is created and that barrier remains forever. First you think in Hindi and then you translate it into English, and in the meanwhile you have lost all the spirits to speak or write something. So start thinking in English. Until or unless you think in English, you can never understand English. If you want to refurbish your English, you want to make it more refined, it is very important you have to think. Think in the language you want to improve. So if you want to improve your grammar, there are 3 books for 3 levels. For those who want to learn only basics and they feel that their basics are very weak and they want to start as a beginner, so there is a book, and the name of the book, right now I'm not having the copy of the book, otherwise I might have shown you here in the video. So the book is Essential English Grammar. It is written by a writer, Raymond Murphy, and it is from the Cambridge publication. It's a book of the Cambridge. So Essential English Grammar by Raymond Murphy. This is for the beginners. And if you have reached the level where you understand English to quite a good level, then you have another book by the same writer. The name of the book is Intermediate English Grammar, and that is written by Raymond Murphy, by the same writer. So this writer has written these 2 books especially for South Asian students. means for the student from India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Bhutan, etc. So this book is mainly meant for the students from or the people from these countries. And the unique thing about this book is this is a self-help book, whether essential English grammar or intermediate English grammar. In both the books, there are some units. There are roughly 100 plus units, maybe 120 or 25 odd number of units are there. And every unit, in a very specific and a systematic manner, covers a particular area of grammar, like tenses. In tenses, first of all, in the essential English grammar, there is only an understanding of is, am, are, was, were, has, have, do, does, did, etc. And then tenses, where to use, how to use, and what are the minor areas of errors which people mostly commit, and how to rectify and overcome them. Everything is very beautifully discussed. There are units, and those units are further having different areas of grammar like models, prepositions, conjunctions, complex sentences, simple sentences, etc. Everything is very nicely step by step given. And more interesting thing about these books is this: you can read these books from anywhere, or any chapter you can start with. But if you go in a systematic manner, especially for those who want to polish their grammar in a perfect manner, they should go unit after unit. Like they can set a target of 2 units or 3 units per day, and on the weekend, like Saturday and Sunday, they will revise all the previous units they did in the last 5 days. They will definitely finish this book in a span of 2 months, and there will definitely be a great change in the use or the usage of grammar in their communication, whether they're reading or writing or speaking. So these 2 books are meant especially for the students, beginners, and for the further understanding of grammar. But there is one more book by the same publication, by the Cambridge publication, but the writer is different. This copy I have, I would like to show you, and it is by Martin Hewings. This book of grammar is especially for those who wish to understand the advanced level of grammar. And this book is specifically meant for the senior students and especially for the teachers too. It's a wonderful book. You can see the same pattern is followed in the other books also. On one page, there is an area of grammar like a written future, seen from the past, was, going to, etc. Means how to use these things. Like if I open the first unit of this book, it's written present tense, how to use I do, and then how to compare it with present continuous tense, that is I'm doing. So there is a unit, but in the previous 2 books that I mentioned for the beginners and the further understanding of grammar, that is essential English grammar and intermediate English grammar, there you will find the pictures also. The pictures are also very important to understand the concept of the idea of grammatical item you're dealing with. So here is a unit, and on the other page there is an exercise, and you can see there is an exercise. You have to solve this exercise with pencil, and at the end there is an answer key. You can check your answers, and if you make any mistake, you can check it from the unit and try to overcome it. So these are wonderful books. First book is Essential English Grammar, second is Intermediate English Grammar, and the last is Advanced English Grammar by other writer, that is Martin Hewings. I hope you would consult these books, and they're going to be a great help to make your grammar better than before and more rectified and improved. Thank you very much. I'll be back with some more ideas and some more opinions about English in the coming videos. Do subscribe and share with your friends and known ones. I'll be thankful to you. Thank you.